What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. I was scrolling through my socials the other day and Kalanax posted on his X that he has been using Breaking Point in PvP, and I was like, do you know what? It's had a bit of a buff. Let's check it out with PvE. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Now, we spent a lot of time with this build on my live stream on Twitch, so be sure to go and head over there and hit me with a follow while you're also subscribing here on YouTube. But this is kind of happy with where this is kind of landed. It does a lot of damage. It controls okay, because that's also a problem. And it kind of feels like you're just using a slow firing assault rifle. So you can see here we're on elites, and I'm going to show you kind of what goes on. So it is a little bit wild at the beginning. And then you can see that we can find body shots from way away. You can kind of see here we're hitting for like a mil, no messing whatsoever. 1.2 you can see, and you can see we're slowly building up them stacks. And then when we reload, the thing is super stable. I mean, look at this. It's incredible how stable it is for that magazine. So let's do that again, but let's just do some body shots here, and we'll build up the stacks for Breaking Point. Without missing too much. So 12 more bullets. Maybe we'll get another one in. There we go. So now you'll see some. Now it's really easy to hit the head, and we are cracking 2.8 there. 2.8 million, which is absolutely wild. And then it goes back to big pew pew. So you kind of just got to put up with one mag, you know, where it's a little bit harder to control, and then you get one mag where it's the easiest gun in the world to control. And it does an insane amount of damage. So this is what I ended up with in the long run. A couple of options with this as well, which I found really interesting. So we ended up going with the ACR SS. Now you can't craft this. I had to farm it in Countdown. You want to get yourself on with damage to target out of cover. We've been playing with Killer recently with multiple builds. Killer is really good now. Really good, and considering that this is a crit based build, it just kind of made sense to run with Killer. But you have the option of also running with something like this, Lucky Shot. It'll make the magazine capacity increase by 20%, but missed shots from cover have a 100% chance to return to the magazine, meaning that you're always going to put 100% of your magazine into enemies. Now, it might not be as quick as it would be if you hit every shot, because you're going to hit you're going to miss a percentage of them, but you are going to put a lot of extra damage in. So you can kind of choose what you want to do. Killer's very much a solo friendly talent. So maybe you want to swap to Lucky Shots if you're not in a group, perhaps. But the ACRSS is an absolute DPS beast. It fires at 420 RPM. It's actually pretty crazy. As far as other things go, I ran with this as well because it supports the linked laser pointer, whereas the SIG does not. So we've got crit chance, an extra 20 rounds, the linked laser pointer on, and crit chance on it as well. With Killer, like I said before, and damage to target out of cover. The reason that we're running the linked laser pointer is because we're going to run the closer chest piece that will give us armor. I have rolled this to weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and perfect spotter. Amplifies total weapon damage and skill damage for 20%. Just meaning that it's always on damage. And the reason I wanted to go with that is because obviously with Breaking Point we are going to do an amount of stacking to get to, you know, that damage bonus. But with Spotter, it's just always on. So we're always going to have some form of extra damage from talent, and then some, you know, even more damage when Breaking Point kicks in. Then we're going to run with the Eagle's Grasp. I needed something to help me control the gun. The gun can be wild. But we get 15% magazine size, weapon damage, and then weapon handling and critical hit chance. So that just made it really nice. We decided to go with the backpack for Breaking Point for a few reasons. But before we get to that, Breaking Point gives us 25% extra rifle damage, 30% headshot damage, and 15% weapon handling, which is nice. But then at the bottom, you can see here the on-point weapon damage bonus goes from 4 to 7. And that's actually huge. That buff is massive in comparison to running anything else on the backpack. And then you can see here we've got the stacking on point 4-piece bonus. But crit chance, crit damage on the backpack, knees, weapon damage, crit chance. Holster is weapon damage, crit chance, and the mask is weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage. I decided to run the shield because I like the shield, but you can run whatever you want here. You have got limited options because you're going to run technician for the linked laser pointer, but again, it's up to you. You can run decoy, drone, or something like that instead. If we flip over to the stats, you can see we're at 56% crit chance, 110% crit damage, and 110% headshot damage, and it just works really, really well. So let's flip over to Lincoln Memorial, and we'll do a little bit yet again, just to kind of show you how it feels and plays. Now, I wouldn't recommend this necessarily for a season build. You would be able to use it if you wanted to, but there is no protection from them incoming bullets with the the shock and fire and things like that.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons forces.
Insurgent uniform is awesome.
The True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
You just gotta remember not to hit the reload button, right? Do not be too eager. Let the magazine run so you can get the best stacks. As you can see, when we're proccing the breaking point buff, it's just an absolute laser beam. It's just absolutely wild. It's so nice. It is annoying though when you hit reload and you're like, I've only got about 5 stacks. When you know you could be so much more powerful. I mean, we just absolutely rifled through him. And him. We're rifling through them even when, like, now the breaking point buff isn't active. I know they're only reds, like, but yeah, there's just like big pew damage numbers everywhere. We'll do this section and we'll call it quits, as always. You've just got to be, a little bit more careful with, your aim. Every shot really does count with this because it's such a slow firing. But I mean, look at that then. That's just wild. Because you hit such big numbers, if you do miss a couple of shots, it's not necessarily gonna hit him. Not necessarily that much of a big deal.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
You will not kill me, sir. This guy might. Yes, I am gonna live forever. Man, how many times do I want to destroy my shield? Then we already destroyed his backpack, so he's on his way out, and that will be. Oh, there's 2. Yeah, I mean, you're strong, but the minute breaking point kicks in, you are really strong and really accurate. So yeah, really, really nice. This is the build. Kind of like it a lot. Like, it's nice. The auto rifle thing is pretty insane. But yeah, I think it's time to check out some aces. The Centurion's holster as well we need to check out. But let me know in the comments down below anything you want me to check out. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.